We are going to just dive right in. Thank you guys for joining me. We are going to be doing our sketch video today, and we're using Craft with Tea sketch number 6. So here it is here. Just pause your video if you want to get the measurements on everything. I will also say them obviously as we're going through the video, but I hope you guys have fun. So I'm going to start with using this Kaiser Craft paper collection. And for the mat on the card base, I'm going to cut down this craft cardstock, and I'm making it uh, the 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And so we're just going to cut on the 4 1/8 this way, and we'll have our two card bases, and we'll put those to the side, and then we'll start cutting the pattern paper. And what I did was, only because I didn't want to have to figure out like what size to make the bottom portion of the card, I grabbed two sheets that I decided to cut out um, the, I guess it would be the base of the pattern paper. So I cut this to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay. So it'll give us an eighth of an inch around when we put it on the brown cardstock that we cut out. Now the next sheets of cardstock, we're going to be cutting out at 3/4 inch. Okay. That's the width of two of the strips, and then the one in the middle I made an inch. Now depending on how you want your border to go on the card, if you want a border, then I would suggest um, possibly making it a half an inch for each one, so that way you could put space in between each of the strips and possibly have a border around the edge. If you want it like this where it's more straight and even, it's going to be really close, but it does come out. I think on one of the cards, I'm fine, I didn't have to trim anything, and one of the other, on the second card, I did have to trim a little bit, so that way it would look nice and straight. But on the two patterns, I'm just cutting, because I'm making two cards, two, yeah, two, actually 4 strips, excuse me. I keep saying two for some reason. But 4 strips of each of the pattern papers, and then I'm cutting them down to 3 1/2. And I wish if I had thought about it, I probably would have just done like 3 1/4 and 3 1/4. That way I could have just used one strip and just cut them in half. But hindsight be 2020. I can always change it up on the next cards. That's the best part about sketches. You know what I mean? You can always change it up. They give you suggestions, and if you find a way that is going to work better for you and it gives you a similar result, then go for it. Okay, so on the pear paper, I'm going to cut the 1 inch. And you can see here, I'm kind of just laying it out just to make sure that everything was going to fit exactly how, I'd wanted it. And I could see there, it was going to be a tight fit, but I'm believing it'll work. I'll work it out. And any part that hangs over, I'll just trim. So the 1 inch one, I'm cutting down to 3 1/2 as well. And then I had to cut one more piece for the second card. So for the center strip, you just have to cut two. Unlike the other ones where I cut 4 of each because I was doing obviously the two cards, I needed 2 for each card. Now normally I don't really do a lot of distress ink on my edges, but for this one I really wanted to. I wanted that little bit of distress look on the card panel. And then once I did all the strips, I do go around our base paper, so that way it'll have all its edges done as well. And we're just gonna, I think I'm using the tea dye distress ink, and I like the tea dye because it's softer. It's not as harsh as vintage photo can be sometimes, unless you really want that dark, like almost like you a burnt look on the edge. I think sometimes it can look. Then use Vintage Photo, but I really like the tea dye because it just gives it an aged effect. And I'm just using the ATG with a little bit of the Art Glitter Glue, and we're gonna lay this down and start on one end and work our way over to the right. Sometimes, some people like to start in the middle and work their way out. For me, on this particular one, I was fine with doing from one end to the other, basically. So we're just going to attach this one. And then same thing. And I know I've said this before, but I really do like using both the glue and the ATG tape. I feel like the glue helps, the edges sometimes from curling up. Um, if you're fine, either with that look or if yours don't curl up, then obviously if you don't need the glue, you don't have to use it. Just use the ATG tape. But I find sometimes my ends seem to want to curl up and that drives me nuts. So that's why I use the glue to make sure that when I press down, in my mind, the glue is kind of spreading and it'll get to those ends and stay down. And then we're going to put on the last piece and attach that. And by doing the stain on the edges, it actually gives to me the that particular section a little bit of like distinction between each of the pattern papers. And you saw there, I just trimmed off the little bit that was hanging over. And on the strip that's going to go across in the middle, I do decide to go ahead and ink that as well. And a lot of times, once you've used it so many times, you can really ink around your edges with what's left on the sponge. You don't have to keep re-inking if you don't want a very strong distress look. So we're going to go ahead, and what I did was I kind of put it in the middle. So part of the brown strip is over the pattern papers we've put down, and part of it is on the bottom base paper. And then I took a strip of gold glitter paper that I had in my stash, and I attached that in the middle. And it gives it a nice finish line. And I love this pattern paper, the Kaiser Craft paper, because they have sentiments in the back of the 6.5 by 6.5 pad. And I just grabbed 2 of those for our sentiments. One says best wishes, excuse me, and the other says happy birthday. And then I just took some foam squares and we're going to pop them up, the sentiments. And I was going to put it on and I decided to wait and go ahead and attach this to our card base first. So I'm just scoring at 5.5, making sure to press real even. Want a nice fold. And then we're going to go ahead and tape around on our paper here. And then we'll go ahead and get that attached to our base. And then once that's attached, then we're going to attach the whole thing to our base cardstock, which is both of these cards are A2 size, so they're 4.25 by 5.5. And then I'm putting it right on the card base. And then we'll attach our sentiment. And right there, you can call the card done. It's really pretty and just subtle. I really love the colors in this paper collection. And you could even do sequins on this. Sequins, some enamel dots. So I was going to do the green, but then I was like, there's a lot of green. And I don't have a yellow in the Nouveaux, so I decided to go with more like a pearl color. And I'm just adding 3 dots on each one. And then you're going to see, after I do the three dots, I'm going to start tapping the paper because I want it to flatten out. There are times when you're going to want the enamel dots to stay nice and round and even, and then sometimes you might want it to be more flattened like an enamel dot, and that's what I wanted on these. So that's why you see me tapping them against my tabletop right there. And then I'm going to let them sit um, for a little while, and then so as not to smudge them and smear them. So here are our close-ups. You can see the final product. And this was a lot of fun. Um, like I said before at the beginning of the video, if you want those sizes for each of the strips and what size the card is, if you go to the very beginning where I had my sketch, you'll be able to get that from there. Just pause the video. And I hope you guys are liking the ones that um, I'm coming up with. I'm hoping to have some more done so that way we can continue to use sketches from Craft with T. And then you can also check them out because I do upload the sketches to Pinterest, and I'm going to try and remember to upload them to the Facebook page as well. So at the end here, we are going to have links to previous sketch videos. And make sure if you go to scrapbookingwithme.com that you use the coupon code TT15. And I will have links to some of the products. They don't have this particular one, but I'll link to some down below. Thank you guys and have a great day.